The original thing of Hannah was mom and dad. She had a younger brother and an older brother. The reason, well, there were two reasons, and here's one. It's a really good one. We need to lose the father or the mother because we don't have enough budget. Now, I could tell you that I thought long and hard, and I really struggled. And I said that, the storytelling is much better with a single dad. And it's just that it all came from this wonderful thought I had, but it was basically, we don't have the other 10 grand to pay the other person for the pilot. So kill one of them. It doesn't matter. Well, in a writer's room, you really want balance. You don't want all the same level and all the same experience. You want somebody, okay, they're really good at story. This person has a really good strength with joke. This person has a really good youthful voice that's going to tell me things that I can't think about. This person over here is going to watch everything, is going to tell me when I'm making a mistake. You want to put
all the roles represented.
Well, exactly, and you want to put together a group of people that will get along. That you can be in a room with 8 hours and not want to dive across the table. So it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. But for example, the first year we replaced a writer, and the second year we replaced a writer. This year we replaced 2 writers. Yeah. Because it's fluid and the needs of the show change. So outside of Facts of Life, which was more prime-time storytelling, you could tell the story about a drinking problem, you could tell the story about smoking. But on Saved by the Bell and in That's So Raven and in Hannah, it's a whole different audience, whole different set of rules. And so you can't quite get as edgy. It actually is a larger challenge, because you want to write smart, and you want to write things that are relatable, but you also want to write about a girl getting her period. You can't do that. Girls on Disney don't get periods. In this kind of programming, that's all out the window. Your writing has to be fluid. It has to change with the talent, change with the feel, change with the chemistry, because you're dealing with 14 and 15-year-olds. You're not dealing with 35-year-old actors that are used to the stage and have that kind of discipline. If you want to do the best in this programming, you've got to bring out the best of your talent. And so you've got to go and reach out to them and bring them. I think that the strike will affect financially the way networks do things. Right. I'm actually hearing now that some networks, I think NBC, are going to go from script directly to series and forego the expensive pilot process. So I would take the shows that I really, really loved, like Taxi and Barney Miller, and I would audio tape them, and I'd listen to them in the car. And to this day, my biggest advice to any writer for at least a television show that's already on is to audio tape it. Don't videotape it. That's a lazy way. If you know what it looks like, watch it a couple of times. But if you audio tape it, it forces you to picture it in your head. And so when you sit down to write, you have it so clear, and you have those voices so clear, that your writing just goes from one level to the next level. And I still do that if I'm examining something. There'll always be room. When you have shows like, I know later somebody's going to be dealing with House. Mm-hmm. That's a high-value show. It's a wonderful show. I think what's going to change is that they're going to have to be really, really good. Yeah. And if they're really, really good, people will always come to good entertainment. And so I think high-value shows are still going to be around a lot, but I think it's going to be a smaller amount of them. Right. The Internet, I think, is the future. I think the Internet is the place where, direct-to-Internet television, direct-to-Internet series. I think the mistake, however, is that just because it's on the Internet doesn't mean it can be done on the cheap. Because, at least in my audience, kids know what looks really good
Right.
and what doesn't look really good. And if you're going to do kids programming on the internet, it better look like what the Disney Channel puts out, or kids are going to think, well, why am I watching that? You know, it's cheap. So I think more money actually needs to be invested in the quality that is coming on the internet if the internet wants to get series programming. And Billy, along with Miley, but Billy is a secret weapon of the show because he does not have sitcom rhythm to save his life. He is laid back, and he takes the whole show when he's in it and gives it a feel and a texture that we would never have given it, because that's not how sitcom writers think. You know, I mean, Billy walks quickly to the door. You can write it, but he's going to mosey to the door. It has broken through barriers. It's amazing. Everything has lined up. You know, the music combined with Miley, combined with her father, combined with the way we break stories and the way we write. It's all added up to this wonderful, wonderful phenomenon. And, you know, there's not one thing that is responsible for a phenomenon. It's all the things just lining up right.